The man who won $2.3 million and told no one. He's standing in a gas station parking lot in Ohio when the lawyer calls. Class action settlement, a chemical plant, water contamination from 12 years ago. He'd filed the paperwork on a whim after seeing a Facebook ad. $240,000 net after fees. He doesn't say anything for 11 seconds. The lawyer asks if he's still there. He says yes. He hangs up and stands in the parking lot for another 4 minutes, engine running, before he gets back in his car and drives home like nothing happened. He doesn't tell his wife that night, or the next night. He tells himself he's waiting for the wire to clear, waiting to be sure it's real, but the wire clears in 6 days, and he still says nothing. 3 weeks pass. He goes to work at the hardware store like always. He clocks in, restocks the paint aisle, clocks out. At home, he watches TV next to his wife, who has no idea that the account balance sitting 11 feet away on his laptop has 8 figures fewer zeros than it will in a decade, but 8 more than it did a month ago. The first rule, money doesn't change a person immediately. It just sits there, waiting to see who you actually are. His wife's car needs a $200 transmission repair. She mentions it over dinner, stressed, doing math out loud about which bill to delay. He listens. He could fix this with a single transfer that wouldn't even register as a dent in what he has. He says nothing. He tells her they'll figure it out, same as always. That night he lies awake, not from guilt exactly, but from the strange vertigo of holding a secret that could solve a problem he watched someone he loves struggle with over spaghetti. He opens a separate bank at a branch across town, one his wife has never used. He moves the money there in silence, in pieces, over 5 visits, so no single transaction looks unusual. He tells the banker he's exploring some investment options. The banker treats him like exactly what he now is and doesn't yet look like, a client with real money, and the shift in tone is so immediate it almost embarrasses him. Nobody in his real life has ever spoken to him this carefully. His brother-in-law, a real estate agent, mentions a property coming up in a good school district, the kind of house their family could never normally consider. He says nothing. But 3 days later, he drives past it alone on his lunch break, parks across the street, and sits there for 20 minutes just looking at it, doing math. He has no intention of admitting he can now do without flinching. 4 months in. He still hasn't spent $1 of it on anything visible. Same car, same job, same modest apartment. But something in the way he carries himself has changed in a way his wife has started to notice without being able to name it. She asks if something's going on at work. He says no, everything's fine. It's the first outright lie he's told her in 11 years of marriage, and it comes out easier than he expected, which unsettles him more than the money ever has. On a Tuesday night, after she's asleep, he sits at the kitchen table with his laptop open to the account nobody else knows exists. He doesn't move any money. He just looks at the number for a long time, the way you'd look at a decision you already know you're going to have to make, just not yet. Then he closes the laptop and goes to bed next to a woman who thinks she knows exactly how much money they have, in a life he hasn't decided yet whether to blow up or share. Somewhere tonight, someone is sitting exactly where he is, quiet, awake, holding a number nobody else knows about, telling themselves they're just waiting for the right moment to say something. Most of them never do. The moment doesn't arrive. They just decide, one silent night at a time, to keep living in the gap between who they are and what they now have.